Draisaitl down low, they score! Here they come again, and they score! Hyman, score! For McLeod! Now with a stick, another shot at the empty goal, and they score!
The Cup is in the building. We have a Game 7. Honestly, this series has been incredible with the comeback and where we were a week ago. Game 1, Game 2, it seems like a month ago. The narrative has totally shifted 180 on its head. And I said before Game 5, I said it was the legacy game for Connor McDavid. I think this is going to be a legacy-defining game for him. And truthfully, he proved me and a lot of other naysayers wrong in the fact that, like, Game 5 was the best game of this series. So I said that just because at the time in the series, like, Oilers' offense was nowhere to be seen, but we have seen both, you know, in the last 3 games that they've woken up. The pressure seems more on Florida because I don't know odds-wise who's favored. Let me check, actually. They're both minus. Why are they both minus? Okay, so the Oilers are right now minus 290, which I think minus means they're favored. The money line is, oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it's you spend, I don't know. I'm not a gambler. I don't know this shit. Everything's just turned 180 degrees. Connor McDavid's finally shown up. And I think that was my biggest critique going into Game 5 is this is a legacy game where he needs to show up in order for them to be successful. And what do you know, like clockwork, the second he shows up, look at where they're at. They have fought back from the 3-0 deficit, even the series at 3 apiece, and now we go into a Game 7 where it's winner take all. And it's like, yep, he literally dragged his team into doing this. Oh, he's kicked so much ass. And I'm not trying to sound like a fanboy. The critiques and the criticism was valid, and then all of a sudden, he is single-handedly the reason why. I say it's a tandem. Yes, a quarterback is good, and the quarterback is what drives the NFL on success of the team, but there's also the defense as well. Skinner. Bobrovsky versus Skinner, like you look at the first 3 games and the last 3 games, flipped. Everything on the narratives have flipped. Bob was the better goalkeeper for the first 3 games. His goals allowed, save differential. Versus now, you know, Game 4, 5, and 6, Skinner has been the better goalie. So between Skinner and McDavid, dragging these Oilers back into the series, being down 3-0, like, it is unbelievable. I felt silly saying it where it's like, we might be witnessing the biggest comeback in NHL history. We either follow history where, like, okay, yeah, Panthers probably don't win this next game, and then they go win it in Sunrise for Game 5 on Tuesday. Either follow history and follow that trend where, yeah, okay, they win. Or either the start of the greatest comeback of all time happens. You know, this is the start. This is the LeBron James sitting with his sunglasses meme where it's like no team's ever come back from 3-1. Do I think it will happen? Absolutely not. They cut that promo and they talk about during like the timeout breaks and the pregame where it's like, believe, you know, you gotta believe it's not over till it's over. Literally, that's happened. Oilers are back in it. They've taken all momentum of this series. I had picked the Panthers both in Game 5 and Game 6 because I had the Panthers winning the series overall. Just the fashion of how dominant Game 4 and Game 5 were. It's like you just knew it's like there's no way they're gonna win in Rogers Place. There's no way. Edmonton's 4-7, and here we are where Cups and Sunrise. It's a Game 7. I personally, my like predictions on this game is I want to say it's going to be a low-scoring game, but a lot of Game 7s in recent memory have been blowouts for the away team. I mean, the most recent one I'm thinking about is the Blues back in 2019 when they beat Boston, 4-1? And so I just think, well, like with the momentum of how this series has gone, Oilers are going to win, man. Like the Oilers have taken hold. Connor McDavid single-handedly, while being probably like 8th or 9th in the Conn Smythe voting, has single-handedly propelled himself to number 1, where if they win the Cup, he wins the Conn Smythe. Like, who else are they going to give it to? Oh, my gosh. And there are other, you know, key players in this. I mean, Perry had a goal. Nurse. What's his name? No, not Fogle. Who am I thinking of? There's a lot of other guys who had big impacts on this. Could we have overtime drama? Maybe. How fun would that be? That'd be insane. And I think that's what's great about this is no matter who wins tonight, like imagine how how upsetting it would be is if the Oilers fought all this way back to win the Stanley Cup, and then they choke Game 7. Or then on the other hand, where it's like Panthers were literally one win away from winning the Stanley Cup. Like the Warriors, where they're one win away. All they got to do is put the Cavs away one more time. They don't do it. They lose the NBA Finals. Could have won it at home or won it on the road in Game 5 or Game 6. Game 4, get a sweep, because everybody was calling for a sweep. And they don't do it. They just seem out of sync. Bobrovsky's human again. They go down as that team. Chokers for the rest. Like, oh my gosh. And how crazy would it be to a full circle moment of when the momentum of the Panthers started, when they came back from 3-1 against Boston, to now a whole, playoff run and a half later. They're on the other end of that coin where they're the ones blowing it's poetry, baby. It's beautiful. But I'm pulling for the Panthers to win the series, but where momentum looks, Oilers, they're going to hoist the cup tonight. I hope it's a damn good game. There's parts of me that wishes, this turns into a blowout. Not like a 9-3 blowout, but like something entertaining along the lines of like, let's have touchdowns. Like, let's get everybody involved. Let's have, Barkov, Verhaeghe, Tkachuk, McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman. Like, there's a part of me that's like, let's just have everybody have a damn goal. But it's a Game 7. I'm feeling like a 4-2, 4-3 kind of close win. Bonus points if we get overtime. Like, how crazy. Like a flashback kind of with Martinez, Rangers and Kings overtime winner. Oh, man. Oh, how glorious would that be? It'd be the best Stanley Cup I've ever watched in my life. But, okay. I'll see you post-game for post-game reaction. Peace.